So, Fuego, we're about to watch the second trailer for Pet Sematary, and I hear there's already quite the controversy. There's a big spoiler in this, a twist, as it were. Are you worried about that?
Hey, it's another Twinnyverse, man. So we'll see what drastic departure they decide to go with.
All right, let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Ian Fuego here.
And we are here to react to trailer number 2 for Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
Now, as we mentioned in the opening there's already a huge hubbub about this, and the trailer's only been out for about 8 or 9 hours at this point. But apparently there's a huge twist in this movie, and it's spoiled in this trailer. And
oh boy.
I can tell you for sure that it's spoiled because it's spoiled in the poster as well, which I haven't pulled up because I don't want to show it to you guys until we watch the trailer. Guys, this is going to spoil this movie for you, or at least a big thing that they do in this movie that is different. So if you don't want to be spoiled, if you want to go in fresh, which I always recommend, we are taking one for the team because A, I've already been spoiled by looking at the poster, and B, there's no way we're going to last another 2 months without this being spoiled. Cody Leach made a post in the Killer Flicks group saying, hey guys, don't post about it, do me a favor, I don't want to get spoiled. And it was about 4 hours later that he posted, well, got spoiled by someone in my own timeline, not even on this group here. So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch this. If you don't care, obviously they're not spoiling everything about the movie, but they are spoiling a big thing that they do in the movie. So if you don't care, come along with us. We're about to watch this, and then I'll do the poster reveal after we actually watch it and see what the spoiler is, okay?
Yeah, I've been avoiding tweets and Facebook messages this entire day. So, yeah, I'm glad we're finally getting to this.
So here we go. I've got it pulled up here. And Fuego, if you're ready for this countdown.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We'll do 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, boy. I don't know what I'm getting myself into.
LA discovered a charming little landmark. The Pet Cemetery.
Love that sign.
Oh yeah, it still looks good.
Place to bury our pets and remember them. Might seem scary, but it's not. Perfectly natural.
That's
Just like dying is natural.
Old Town's been using this place for generations. Folks make a kind of ritual out of it.
I don't like that he's not doing the
drawl,
the accent, but it's not terrible.
It's not some campfire story.
Lift Out's still really entertaining.
They're
So,
warnings.
guys, we have to talk over the trailer for copyright purposes before you can play it.
Fled. They feared that place.
Ooh.
There's something up there.
It's visually stunning.
Something that dates.
I like they're messing with the audio already in the trailer.
Those woods.
Holy shit, dude! That's Wendigo shit right there. Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Oh!
The cat was dead.
That brings things back.
Cheers.
Oh, I have a feeling.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Now I know.
Oh.
Wow.
And knowing is
So
half the
that's what
battle.
they're
You're thinking
doing,
of doing. But they don't come back.
I honestly think that's even creepier, maybe.
Ah.
Daddy.
Because she's
Whoa.
more. Yeah, because she's more coherent.
Hmm?
She can be more fucked up than Gage would have been.
Yeah.
Hug your daughter.
Hug your daughter. Oh my god.
Never
Oh,
show
they are
you.
going very different
Your
with
child
this.
is not the only thing that will come back.
I'm already kind of on board,
Barrier is
honestly.
broken.
I actually don't have a problem with this.
Ooh. Controversial. I am liking this.
Yeah.
Ooh! Holy
Zelda.
shit!
God
dead is
damn. Oh my god. Oh, she is gonna do it. Ah!
Wow. All right, I'm very.
No, I'm not as upset as I'm actually not upset at all, to be honest.
Okay. So let's slide it back. We're gonna play it here, and we'll talk over
Twinnyverse,
it.
dude. Twinnyverse. You know, I could get all up in arms about stuff like this, but I don't know. It's an alternate timeline dimension, whatever, tale of a king story, and this looks super creepy and effed up, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really liking it.
I actually really like this trailer a lot, man. I think it was way more effective than the last one. And I think, yeah, I mean, having just, listened to the book before our panel, whatever, 6 months ago, and like, I think it might be creepier because, yeah, Gage was saying stuff that he shouldn't be saying, and maybe that part of it is creepy too because he's too young. He shouldn't be saying stuff like that. But still, I don't think this is. I actually don't. Yeah, I don't mind it at all. I think it looks creepy. Creepy little girls are creepier than creepy little boys to me. That's always been the case to me. And this stuff with the Wendigo right here, I mean, this huge, they're looking up and you hear the breathing. I want to play that audio again real quick. I'm going to go back and play that audio.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I actually want to hear it again myself. I'm gonna jump back.
So I'm at 1 minute right now, 101.
Belong to something else.
Oh, that's so cool, dude.
Something.
I can't believe they're even giving that away, like the cracking of the trees in the trailer.
To something else.
It's so awesome.
Boy, I hope they show it all full-fledged in its frightening glory, like stuff coming out of its tongue and everything.
Dude, I watched the movie after having read the book, and I was like, it's not that great, because I hadn't seen it for years and years. After having read the book, I was like, the movie's not that great. This, I'm on board. Yes, there's a departure. Yes, it's the girl and not Gage, but the spirit of it still seems to be there.
Yeah, this seems a lot more sentimental. I mean, it's the same factor that we got with it, where it was like immediately with the swooping camera movements and everything, it felt just so much more cinematic than the previous version. And yeah, they are going to take this in some very interesting directions. It honestly makes me wonder if I would have preferred to not have this bit spoiled for me now, but I mean, there was no turning back. There's no way I could have avoided it for 2 months, like we said. And so it just makes me wonder, is Gage still going to die as well? I mean, Well,
no, it looks like here in the later bit, when the girl's attacking, Gage is still alive. They show him real quick. Yeah, see, at 1:58, the mom is being held down by something, and Gage is standing up in his crib over there. So
yeah.
Well, so you're thinking the daughter might kill him or something?
I'm honestly wondering if it's going to be like just member after member of the family dying, and I mean, because in the book his wife dies too, and so.
And then, Zelda. I was just gonna say
Zelda looks disgusting, like legitimately disgusting.
Well, and all you've seen are her knuckles in her back, so you know they're gonna do that well.
Yeah, they're still doing the little Achilles cut. Ugh, it makes my skin crawl, man.
Was that in the first movie?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Gage did the Crandall. Yeah.
See, and again, I actually think this is better too because of how silly it looked when Gage was fighting them towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like this actually, like, she's tall enough she could put up a bit of a fight and stuff. I am not against this at all, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, people are gonna say you're not real King fans if you think this is okay, and it's so funny. Because I'm anticipating those comments and knowing you, Fuego, who does... By the way, Fuego, let everyone that is new to the channel for this trailer reaction know why you're the knowledgeable guy you are. What do you do?
Well, because I've read every single piece of Stephen King's published work. It took me about 8 years, and I've done nearly 150 episodes of Hail to Stephen King, which is a program here on the Horror Show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say expert, but I know my stuff pretty well. And, like I said, it's a twiniverse. It's an alternate dimension. Nothing is going to be exactly like the book. And I mean, sometimes drastic departures work and sometimes they don't, but I don't have a problem with this. It's an alternate take, it's not the source material, but damn, does it look good.
It's such an interesting, okay, so here, go ahead and I'm going to pause this and make the window disappear, and then I'm going to show everyone the new poster, so you go look at the new poster.
Oh, yeah, because I still haven't looked at that yet,
So I just pulled it up. Now the audience sees, and I want to get your reaction to the poster, too. This is a bonus for everyone. It's a poster reaction, too. It's actually a really cool poster, honestly.
Where is the new... Okay, new poster. Damn you, where are you?
I wish I could just show you my screen.
Don't
tell me you're having trouble finding it.
Sometimes dead. Is it this black and white one with the cat
No,
on?
that was the. Oh, well, there's the cat. Yeah, the cat is the big background.
And okay, and Ellie's in the center, and she
Yeah.
looks kind of dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
I'm fine with it.
Yeah?
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
So well, but if you had seen the poster, not having known the twist, would that have pissed you
Yeah.
off?
Let me. I guess I don't know how evident it looks, I guess it kind of does.
Oh,
but
that's pretty evident, man. I'll make it bigger for the whole audience here.
yeah, I'm looking at an enlarged version of it now. Yeah, I guess the poster does kind of spoil. She looks pretty sinister.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, obviously, and there's no Gage to be found anywhere in the foreground. He's still alive here in the background.
yeah.
So this is clearly a big spoiler, but I don't have a
Pascal
problem
looks
with
kind of creepy.
Pascal.
Pascal, yeah, Pascal.
Um,
Interesting, man. Well, they're gonna ruffle some feathers with this, but you know what? Like I said, I'm okay with our artistic liberties, and this looks good. Yeah, this looks really good.
well, that is not what I expected. I'll be honest with you, not at all what I expected. But I'm happy to hear it. To be honest with you, because I was on board. I'm like, yes, this looks like a horror movie I'd want to see. This doesn't look kind of cheesy the way the old one is. I do wish that Judd had the draw. That was a huge thing in the original, but
especially after Dexter did such a good job reading as him for the audiobook recently. I mean, he just really nailed it.
Well, and it looks like it looks like the birthday party's even bigger this time rather than just the family. It looks like there's a lot of people there to see what goes down. So that's an interesting twist too, and the little cult of kids.
Yeah, I'm not having as much of a problem with the kids with the masks like I did in the previous trailer, because I know I was all bitching about that, but I guess I've accepted it. I'm okay with it now. But
I've accepted it.
yeah.
So yeah. All right. Now, real quick, let's. I did purposely pull up the article from EW. The creators already did an interview with EW, talking about why they made this decision, and a lot of people think that this is. I've been specifically following a lot of friend of the show Vince DeSantis' opinions on this. He warned people about this. He's like, well, the studio made a huge mistake. That could have been a huge thing for people to experience in the theater that would have thrown everyone off. But I'm actually of the opinion that the studio was hedging their bets, because I guarantee you a lot of people would have gone in and seen that, and in today's day and age would have come home and gotten on the internet like, I can't believe they did this, blah, blah, blah. Now the cat's out of the bag. They're not going to have to deal with that. So they were trying to get ahead of it. And Vince's point was that, no, you should have let us have that reaction rather than trying to get ahead of it now, or at least, maybe reveal it later on. But a full 2 months ahead of time, he's saying it essentially kind of devalues the movie, and they're not sticking by their guns. The way, if you choose something as a director, as a producer, you have to stick with your guns and be like, this is why we did it, because it's better for the story, rather than perhaps what we're about to find out. So this was an interview that's posted on Entertainment Weekly, written by Anthony Breznican, to give proper credit. So it says, if you're here, you've watched the new Pet Sematary trailer and learned where it deviates from King's original narrative. This time, it's not the Creed family's toddler son Gage who dies and comes back in that otherworldly burial ground in the woods. It's his big sister Ellie. She's played by Jete Lawrence, who, based on early footage that EW has seen, is staggeringly good in both the living and undead parts of the role. Nonetheless, this is certain to be controversial among King's constant readers as well as fans of the 1989 film adaptation. They say, trust me, we were nervous about it, says producer Lorenzo Di Bonaventura. I feel this way about anything that you remake or update. If we gave you what you had before, we didn't do the subject matter much good. I'm very protective of movies too, but I want a new experience each time and feel like filmmakers have really thought about the choice. That was one we thought, all right, let's make this choice. Directors Kevin Kolsch and Dennis Widmeyer from Starry Eyes hope fans will hear them out about why they felt the alteration in Jeff Bueller's screenplay was necessary. For one, what readers can imagine in the King's book is harder to accept when presented literally on screen. The resurrected child who returns with a voracious bloodlust is more physically intimidating in the shape of an 8-year-old girl than a 3-year-old boy. Something I said during the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Much of how they shot the first movie was a doll, Widmeyer says. It's creepy and it's effective, but we've now seen Child's Play, and we've seen this little kid trying to kill, and it's effective when done right, but they felt it had been done, end quote. They felt it had been done already, and this was a chance to try something fresh. In King's novel, the resurrected child doesn't just physically attack the people who love and miss him. He plays savage psychological games and brutally taunts them about their fears and weaknesses. Mm-hmm. He is not, after all, really Gage, but a malevolent, angry spirit that the burial grounds allow to inhabit the broken little body. You can't physically have that with Gage in a movie, Kolsch says. Quote, there are things that we put back in that if people didn't read the book, they're going to think there are things that we've changed from the 1989 film, he says. Why they make, begin quote, why'd they make her say these lines? There's a quote within a quote there. Why'd they make her say these lines? But if you read the book, there are things that are taken right out of it that just didn't make it into the original movie because they probably couldn't have a 3-year-old do it. So I'm guessing that's a lot of the someone fucks this, all that, the stuff that Gage couldn't say in the movie.
Oh, all the horrible stuff which was ripped like right out of The Exorcist, like your mother sucks cocks in hell, and all this different crap.
Now, diverting from the article, just speaking you and me real quick, what are your thoughts on that? Because yes, it is creepy to have, I know a lot of the commenters are going to say, well, it's creepier to have a 3-year-old boy say those things than it would be a girl say those things, or, an 8-year-old girl. And there is credence to that, but you have to think about how it comes across on screen. It's really hard to get a 3-year-old boy or even a 5-year-old boy that's playing 3 or whatever to come across as super creepy saying stuff like that rather than silly. But I think an 8-year-old girl would have a easier time coming across as creepy and also be a little more credible because maybe she's heard things that Gage probably wouldn't have even understood. So we're not sure if the malevolent spirit is tapping into what Ellie has been thinking or not. So I don't know. Your thoughts on it?
I think there's something significant to the whole gender swap thing, and women and young girls especially. They're supposed to be ladylike and prim and proper, and that whole cliche. But there's something just much more taboo, I think, to a girl saying horrible things like that if they do in fact take that route of her talking as a demon, as opposed to the drastically different route they took in the original Pet Sematary, where like Gage was like kind of cute in his mischievous mayhem and stuff like that. I'm gonna play with you. I played with blah 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 blah. He didn't say that sort of stuff in the source material. So yeah, it just has a different sort of impact, man. And also the whole carnage being inflicted by an older child. I mean, a 3-year-old doing it. How is a 3-year-old? I mean, it was all about the element of surprise, I guess, as the book presented it. So I don't know. And also Ellie, the wife, Rachel, if I recall correctly, her actually getting to see Ellie and stuff. And it looks like the interaction is going to be a little bit different. She's going to maybe try to be kind of okay with it. I mean, I don't know. It's not going to be a direct adaptation. It's something they're obviously going to play with tropes here, and they're going to try to deceive us and throw us off a little bit. And I'm actually kind of excited about that, because it is a different take on the material, and Twinniverse, alternate take, like I said. So
well, and again, we still have the original movie. It's still there for us to watch.
Yeah.
So continuing on, the article says not only is it difficult to get a 3-year-old performer to do these things, but it's also probably not right to try. A toddler can easily confuse fantasy and reality, while Lawrence, who turned 11 during the filming last summer, was aware that the gruesome parts were make-believe. Mm-hmm. Quote, Gage is so young you can't really do that much with him, D. Bonaventura says. So this way we're able to really get underneath our affected child. We're able to get into the psychological horror of a child coming back because of her age. No offense to this end quote. No offense to the 3-year-old Lewis twins, okay, blah, 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 but they didn't have to deal with scalpels or the road. The filmmakers felt the change would strengthen the story partly because of Ellie's sweet relationship with the aging neighbor Judd Crandall, played by John Lithgow, was such an important part of the book. Before the unthinkable strikes the Creed family, Lawrence and Lithgow share funny, caring moments, which ultimately add depth to her untimely end. I would agree with that, although that part's not in the book, but I would agree with that.
Yeah, and plus, since she will presumably kill Judd unless they decide to throw us off again and do something different. But I mean, in the trailer, we see the scalpel cut to the heel and everything, so that'll just add that much more effed up impact, because they were sweet. They have this like cute, caring relationship, and then she's going to be resurrected and go and kill him. So
now I'll link to the article down in the description box so you guys can read. I'm not going to read the entirety of it. I'm just going to go to the one more quote here, but I did want to give proper credit and put that link in the description box if you want to read the article yourself. But it says, quote, "There was something about an 8-year-old and the psychology that she would have," Widmeyer says. "She would understand what happened to her on the road. She would understand that she's dead. She would know how to not only physically kill a person, but psychologically destroy them as well. It just gave another layer to it."
Yeah, it's a different level of comprehension and awareness to, having been resurrected. And I think since the brain has developed a little bit more in those, between a 3-year-old to an 8-year-old, it's like, I think just the possibility of evil is expanded upon. So,
yeah. So there you go, guys. I mean, that's our thoughts on the new Pet Sematary trailer and whether or not we felt betrayed or not. And I was honestly very curious as to what Fuego was going to think, but there you go. He's okay
Pet
with
Sematary is in my top 3 ever for Stephen King. I still contend it's his most effed up thing that he's ever written. And, hey, we had a very faithful adaptation the previous time, and now let's try something a little bit different. I'm for it.
Fair enough. So why don't you guys let us know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on this? I'd be very curious. Let's get that discussion going. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you want to support the channel directly, there is a link in the description box to our Patreon. You can do so. You can select movies for us to review and stuff like that, if you so choose. If you don't want to do it directly monetarily, you can always support the channel just by liking the video if you enjoyed this, and subscribing and clicking that notification bell if you want to make sure you see more episodes going forward. There's a brand new trailer for Child's Play, the remake, dropping tomorrow, that I will for sure be doing right away. And then hopefully maybe we can do another one with everyone else on Sunday to get their thoughts as well. But at the very least, that will be coming tomorrow too. So thank you guys very much for watching. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
Jaime and Fuego.
And remember, stay scared.